What's up, everybody? It's your man Gillis the Kid. I'm back with another phone review. This time we're going to be looking at the Samsung Galaxy S10. This phone came out in the beginning of March and it's created a lot of buzz. I finally got my hands on my very own phone and we're going to take a look at it. Now this is the Prism White. It also comes in blue, green, and black. So let's take a look at this. This is from AT&T, by the way. So here's what the color looks like. Some people call it iridescent. Some people call it pearl. But Samsung calls it Prism White. And then we're going to take a look at what else they give you in the box. You have your SIM card here. You have the fast charging power brick. There's a USB connector, so if you're going to be transferring stuff from another device, this is what you're going to use. That's what it looks like. You got your data cable in here. So this is the cable. It's a micro USB Type-C. And then you have your AKG headphones that Samsung always gives out. But we're going to put all this stuff back in. We're going to take a look at the phone real quick. And we're just going to look at how it's built. I had the S7 and the S8 when it came out. I didn't really quite feel the S9. It was kind of boring to me. But this is absolutely amazing. We're going to turn it on. And then we're going to look at it. It's got like a nice chrome finish. So right here, you're going to see the power button. It's on the top right. And then on the top, you have your SIM cards. It's like a SIM card slot. So you can put the SIM card and the micro SD card in there. Right here on the left, you got your up and down volume rockers and your Bixby key. And if you look at the bottom, you see the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. This is the USB Type-C connector. There's a microphone and stereo speakers. So you got a speaker right here on the bottom. And you also have a speaker right here on the top. And we're going to go into the phone real quick. Just going to set it up. Type in my Wi-Fi password real quick. This screen is absolutely amazing. Yeah, let me get that password. I have a lot of passwords. Sometimes I can't remember. Alright, so there we go. We're going to skip all this stuff just so I can get to the home screen, and I'm going to show you. Now, Samsung, they did a special thing where they did like a little laser cut for that hole punch in the camera. So that's pretty cool. We're going to skip all this stuff. And one of the other things I want to show you here, it has facial recognition, fingerprints. You can choose a pin or pattern or a password. They also have a special fingerprint scanner this year. We're going to be talking about that. There's a lot of stuff to go through when you set up these phones. Now, AT&T, they do have some bloatware on here, but not a lot. It's not like how it used to be. So right off the bat, you're going to see that the screen, it's all screen. This is a 6.1 Quad HD Dynamic AMOLED Infinity O display, as Samsung calls it. It's HDR10 Plus certified with a PPI of 550. I believe this has the higher pixel density too. It has more pixel per inch than the S10e and the S10 Plus. What's this asking me? Exit. Oh, they make you download the apps. We can skip that. If you have a Samsung account, you can always sign into that. So that was pretty painless. So here's the home screen. Samsung is using something called a One UI over Android Pie. And it's basically the same as the other phones. You swipe left and right. If you go all the way to the left, you have all your Bixby information. And then if you want to see your notifications, you just swipe down from the top. Everything looks like kind of bubbly now. And then if you want to go to your app tray, you just swipe up, and there you're going to have all your apps. So we're going to go into the display. By default, it's full HD plus. Let me see if you can see that right there. Now, if you want the maximum resolution, you're going to have to go into display, screen resolution, and then you're going to have to hit quad HD plus and apply it to get the full maximum resolution. They also have night mode. I always change the font and I go with like a dark mode type theme. And that's the good thing about Android. You can change the themes in the background and the icons. So let's take a look right here. On the front, you have the 10 megapixel selfie camera. It's got live focus. And one of the main selling points this year was the triple camera system on the back. So the first camera, it's a 12 megapixel telephoto camera. They all have dual optical image stabilization, and you can zoom in up to 10 times. The second camera in the middle, that's the 12 megapixel wide angle camera. And then the third is the 16 megapixel ultra wide camera, and they both have apertures of 1.5 and 2.4. The camera does have panorama, pro, live focus, bokeh effect, slow-mo, super slow-mo, and hyperlapse. They all shoot in 4K Ultra HD video at 60 frames per second. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the camera. So when you go into the camera app, you're going to see live focus, which is really, really cool. I mean, look at that box right there. Then you have pro mode. So if you're really into photography, you'll probably know what all of this means. I'm not too savvy when it comes to photography. And then they have a panorama where you can basically move the phone from left to right and get the entire room. They also have something called food. So I'm guessing, like, if you take a picture of like a hamburger or something, I really don't know what that is. But if we go over to focus, live focus, you can blur out the background and everything. So that's pretty cool. Then you have your photo mode. There's your video, and you have super slow motion, slow motion, and hyperlapse. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the camera. You can also see they have the AR emojis with the Bixby Vision. So there's really a lot going on with the camera this year, and it's really cool. That's one of Samsung's main selling points. It has a 3400 milliamp battery. It's built in and it's rechargeable. Gone are the days of taking out the battery and removing it. So everything is built in now. So you get a pretty decent battery on the S10. It also has improved wireless charging and something called power share. So if you pre-ordered the device and you got the Samsung Buds, you can sit it right on the back and it's going to charge. Or if you have a friend that has the S10e or the S10 Plus, you can sit your phone right on top of each other, and you can basically suck power from the other phone. So that's a pretty cool feature. Now these devices, they all have the 7 nanometer 64-bit octa-core processor. Some phones have the 8 nanometer processor, depending on the country and the carrier. It has 128 gigs of storage with 8 gigs of RAM. It does have a micro SD card slot, and some phones go up to 512 and a terabyte. I believe if you get the ceramic version, that has 1 terabyte of storage, so that's massive. I'm actually gonna go into the storage real quick and show you. This screen is amazing. I can't stress that enough. So as you can see right there, it's 128 gigs. And if you do add an SD card, it's going to appear right here at the bottom, right below apps. And you can also go in and clean your storage up and everything. Please don't download any third-party apps like Battery Booster or Clean Master, because they will mess up your device. And this phone is IP68 water resistant, up to 1.5 meters of fresh water for up to 30 minutes. That's basically how Samsung markets their phones. So if you drop it in a pool, or if you're at the beach or something like that, you should be good. As long as it's not submerged underwater for more than 30 minutes, you should be okay. And this is how the apps look. So you can scroll left to right. And one of the things I do like about Android is they have that close all button. So you can close all your apps like that. And the next thing I wanted to show you was the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. I'm not going to set it up, but ultrasonic uses 3D mapping of sound to collect your fingerprint instead of light, like a couple of other phones do. Now, actually, I got my OnePlus 6T here, so I could show you that. Now, this is the OnePlus 6T. As you can see, I got my fingerprint right here. And if I click on it, you know, it's pretty fast, but it uses light instead of, you know, sound. Samsung says that the light is not secure, but you never know. And some people say that the new S10s, they can detect blood flow. Let me know down in the comments if that's true or not. But this phone is absolutely amazing. It's pretty light too. It comes with this screen protector on there. Not too many screen protectors are compatible with that new ultrasonic sensor. So you want to make sure you get a nice compatible screen protector when you buy it. But I love the colors, and as you can see, it's on the maximum resolution. And you know, you get that nice glossy color on the back. But I'm gonna test out the camera. I'm gonna upload all my information into this phone. Samsung did release 2 other phones, which are the S10e and the S10 Plus. If you want that nice front-facing dual selfie camera, you might want to get the S10 Plus. And if you don't know the difference between the three, I did make an online video. I'm going to drop that down into the description below, so you can take a look at it to see which phone is right for you, because they're all different prices, but performance-wise, they all have the same processor. But that's all I have for now. This is the Samsung Galaxy S10. I always try and get the smaller ones. So I don't really like big phones. But I'm pretty sure this is going to work just fine. But let me know what you think. I want to thank everybody for watching. I love you guys. and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.